This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Janet's with us in Palm Springs, California. Hi, Janet. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up? Sure.
Okay, so my question today revolves around transferring or rolling over a Roth into a traditional 401k with an employer. So my husband's been with this company for over 10 years, and they had previously not offered a Roth option, and they just announced that they would now have that option for them. So we're wondering if it would be best. I know that you do suggest having the cash available to pay the taxes we would have to pay on it, but does it make sense to keep it within the company, or should he just roll it out of the company altogether into
Does he still work
Roth
there?
options?
He still works there.
Yes.
You can't move it out if you still work there.
Okay.
Okay. Now he has three options here. One is he can keep doing what he's doing, which I don't recommend. Number two, he could make all future contributions be Roth, and there's no taxes caused by that.
Yes, he plans to do that.
Okay. Or he could roll whatever his balance is with that company into a Roth 401k now that it's available, and that will activate taxes on that balance. How much is that current balance?
The current balance is like close to $18K.
$18,000?
Yes, in his traditional 401k with his employer.
Yeah. Do you have any money? Are you guys in debt? What's your situation?
No, we're actually in baby step 3B. We found your FDU through our church over a year ago, so we're out of debt. We have paid off cars. We have our fully funded emergency fund, and we just started saving for a house.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you want to use $4,000 of your house money to make this 18 a Roth?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to use $4,000 of your house money to make this 18 into a Roth?
No, we would save up for that.
You can't save up for it. When you roll it to a Roth, it's going to activate taxes of the following year.
Yes, correct.
What Dave is saying, there's an opportunity cost. If you're trying to save for a house, it's going to delay that because now you need to take a portion of that money to pay the taxes.
Yes, correct.
So I wouldn't fool with this. I would just make future contributions to the Roth, leave traditional as is.
I would, just because it's only $18K. It's only $4,000.
If it was $180K, you'd have a whole lot more in taxes.
My thought process is I'd rather pay it sooner than later where it's larger amounts.
Yeah, I agree. I would move it just because it's small, but you need to understand that basically there's $4,000 in taxes that you're activating, and that's going to lower the amount you have for a down payment by $4,000.
So figure out how much
so right now,
that's going to hold you back from buying a house.
We have about $2,000, $2,500 extra a month that we've been throwing at debt and all that stuff, so that will just continue to roll into saving for this. So it would take us about 2 months to save that $4,000.
Exactly. And you would have been putting that towards a down payment because you're in 3B, and that's $4,000. It's not going to be available for a down payment now. That's what I was saying.
Yes. So
as long as you're willing to do that, because it's such a small amount, I would. If it was double this, I probably wouldn't.
Okay.
But if it, the other thing I like about it, quite honestly, because I'm old and I got so many different accounts from different stages of my life now. This is very clean. And it simplifies your future because now you're 100% Roth everywhere, right? And that's going to be very sweet later instead of this weird little 18,000 account that's now grown to 200 and it's been 25 years and you're like, oh crap, I've got that thing laying over there now. So I like the cleanliness of it.
Now I'm curious, Dave, when it comes to employer match, that sits in the traditional side.
Mm-hmm.
So at Ramsey.
Yeah.
Now when I retire one day, hopefully 40 years from now from Ramsey, I'll have a traditional side with the match in it.
That's true.
So you already kind of have, you've got the different buckets there. If you have an employer match, it's likely going to that traditional side.
Now, in your case, you won't because you could take that and roll it because you're a baby step 7 millionaire.
So pay the taxes on that.
You can roll that once a year, the employer match into Roth. But the employer cannot make the match in Roth. And so you got to pay the taxes on it when you roll it once a year. But in your case, because you're in good financial position, I would do that.
That's generally the time to do it. In her situation, because it was such a small amount in there, it's not a deal breaker.
99% of the time you folks call here and ask us if you're going to roll something to a Roth before everything's paid off, including your house, we're going to tell you no.
You got priorities.
Because you would put the money towards debt instead of toward taxes. That's what we would rather you do. But the only reason we're answering her differently, or I'm answering her differently, arguing with George, was
she was the exception.
Just a small account. Very,
we found the exception to the rule.
Wow, it doesn't happen very often around here.
It's something to celebrate.
Yeah, there you go.
I have no hobbies. Thanks for listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. Need help with your investments? Connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com/invest or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.